I know we're live on Facebook, and I think we're live on YouTube. Good afternoon, everybody. I am here today with Keionna Baker, and there's Kai, her
Hello.
daughter. Um,
I know we're
oh,
live on
hold on
Facebook.
just a second. I had my volume on. uh, So today we're doing a spotlight video. A spotlight video is a video where I interview other crafters and they share what they do and things like that. And it is open to Patreon supporters of $15 or more. They have the option to do this. So if you are a supporter, $15 or more, we can do this. We haven't done one in a while because I think everyone's afraid. Are you nervous, Keionna?
I'm actually not.
I was
Because
nervous before the video. I'm always nervous before a video, and she's like not nervous at all.
I'm just going to get on here and talk. And it's so awesome because all of the people that we've created this whole community and this like family with, it's just kind of like chatting with all of them. I see Glenda and Bobby and Jessica and everyone's here. So it's almost like you're just talking to all of your friends.
Yeah. Um, it is. That's why I in my last video I'm like, thank you guys. I really appreciate everyone for being here because it is.
Yeah,
It's like fun.
it's
I'm
really,
I'm
it
not
really.
alone in my house. I live alone and I really love living alone. But
Uh-huh.
if I ever want to talk to anybody, there y'all are right there. I can just start a video.
Exactly. It's really awesome. It's amazing because I'm an introvert by nature. It's really
Oh, me
crazy
too.
because of
I'm
my
really, really shy.
profession.
People don't believe that about me. I am really, really shy.
Yeah, yeah. But here is it's comfortable. It's a way that you can connect without really connecting. I don't know whether that makes sense or not, but it's amazing for me. I love it.
And maybe I think you are going to inspire so many people in this video. Because for one saying that, people don't believe me when they say I'm shy unless they really meet me in person. Some people think I'm rude when they meet
Yeah,
me in person or unapproachable because I'm like looking at my phone, but it's just because I'm shy and I'm just scared.
exactly. Like all of
I'm
my friends,
shy.
I only have friends because of the people that my husband makes friends with because I'm just really I'm very shy. But I have found that I love helping other people. So it's
Yes.
really easy to do it when you're helping someone and then you make that connection and you're doing something that you really love to do. So that's been really easy as far as the groups are concerned because it's always someone needs help and you can encourage them, say, please ask questions. I will answer your questions all day long because it really doesn't bother me and that's something that I enjoy doing. And so it's like my connection with adults.
Yeah. I love helping people too, and most people that do help people love it. It does some hormonal thing in your body that makes you feel good.
It
It
makes you
it
feel
really
happy. I mean,
does.
it
Yeah.
is, I tell people all the time, if you want to feel better, do something for someone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, what? Like, yeah, do something for someone. You'll be amazed.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start with I know you have not been crafting a long time. So
No.
I want you to tell us when you started, how you started, and how all of that came about.
Okay, and I won't cry.
Okay. No
So,
promises.
a few years ago, my mom passed away, and that was very traumatic for me. And I'm a therapist by trade, but after losing my mom, it really, really, really put me into a very dark place. And my family saw it, and my husband saw it, and they just kept trying to encourage me. You got to find something to do. You got to find something that you like. You got to find something to lift yourself out because, I've been always very much so a faith based person, but that was a struggle for me then because I was just like, well, why'd you take my mom from me? So I couldn't lean on that at that moment. Um, and so my husband, it was around Mother's Day 2 years ago, And he said, well, what's something that you think you'd like to do? And I said, well, maybe I'll start crafting or something. And he's like, okay, well, we'll craft. And I was like, I don't know what I do. And he's like, well, get on YouTube. And I had never been on YouTube before. People don't believe
Wow.
me, but I had never been on YouTube because I was like, it's like this black hole that sucks you in, because I would see my husband on it. And he's like, YouTube it, you'll figure out something. And so I got on my phone one night, it was probably like 11 o'clock, and I went to YouTube and I put in crafting, and you popped up.
Oh, really?
You popped up, and I clicked on one of your videos, and I was just like, oh, that's pretty. I want to make one of those. And so I heard you start saying this Cricut word. I had never heard of a Cricut. And so I told my husband, I actually was in the living room yelling to the bedroom. I said, babe, I know what I want for Mother's Day. And he was like, what? And I said, I want a Cricut. And he said, oh, and he actually said, is that going to make you feel better? And I said, I think so. He said, then get it. And so I started Googling. And of course, I'm Googling Cricut phonetically, or the way that you.
Yeah, like Cricut. The bug.
And I'm just like, okay. So I finally find it. And somewhere in my mind, I thought that this Cricut machine was going to make what you were making. I didn't think that I had to put anything into it. But I ordered one, and I got it, and I kept watching your videos. And I would binge watch your videos. Like, I think I watched every single video. And I just started making what you were making. You said the link is in the description below. I'd click on the link and I'd buy it. Didn't know what I was buying or why I was buying it. I was going to figure it out. I was just going to get it because you had it. And that's how I started. And that was such an amazing opening, because it was joining the groups and coming in. That was right when you started doing the Saturday classes. I found something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I was inspired again, and it was a spark, and I wasn't just waking up every day like, why did I wake up?
Yeah.
So it changed so much in my life, and my family noticed the change. So everyone in my family is really, really encouraging when it comes to my crafting. So I started out, I was like, I don't even know when I'm going to have time to do this. And so I would give myself an hour a day just for me. Everything would just go to the wayside, or it would be able to be put off till the next time, because I had to do something for me. So I started out with an hour, and now I do probably about 2 hours a day. And then on Friday nights is my little crafting heaven, because I don't go to bed until like 3 a.m. And one or two or three of the other ladies, there's Miss Jolene and Miss Nancy and Miss Connie, we get on Zoom together and we craft together on Friday nights.
Awesome.
And we have fun, and I get to help them and show them different things. And it's amazing. And so my family knows Friday nights I'm not cooking and I'm not doing anything else, because Friday night is crafting night. And they know that your video is Saturday morning. And of course, so it's made such a difference in my life. It's been amazing. And that's why, like, I love you, because it's so amazing. And I know how you don't understand how much you inspire people or where they are. And that's why I try to do it for other people, because I know where it's brought me from.
Yeah.
And so it's just amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to read this comment from Glenda, because I did not know this.
Okay.
That she says, guess what? There is now scientific proof that crafting helps you produce the feel-good hormones in your brain. That crafting does that. I have lots of videos about it on her Facebook business page from a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. And so I realized quickly, like I said, I'm a therapist by trade. And so I realized really how much doing this has helped, like past medication, past therapy. And when I see those little signs that say crafting is cheaper than therapy, I'm like, amen to that.
And you're a therapist.
I'm really into my therapy.
Yeah.
So especially working with kids. I'm a military spouse, and one of my jobs has been working with military children, especially in high deployment areas and where their parents are gone a lot, or they're having to say hello and be the new kid, or they're having to say goodbye. You know, it, to have that crafting time with them, and with doing that program, it was really free range, so I could do as much crafting as I want to.
Yeah.
They were so happy, and it was so positive, and they loved it. And so, but it's kind of hard to keep up when you have a school that has 700 military students.
Oh, yeah.
All want to do something. And so that was where I decided to create the crafting Facebook page, the craft therapy page. And one of my hopes
there's
is
links in the description of this video for her Instagram, her YouTube, and her Facebook page, her Facebook group.
so one of the hopes for the group is that we can do events where you can make one and then make the parts to another one, so that a student can have something to take with them and create. Because
Oh,
it
that's
really
nice.
is. I'm so glad that Glenda pointed that out. Crafting is such a therapeutic thing. And just in 30 minutes of doing a project, that's my 17-year-old. He turned 17 today.
Happy birthday.
But just in doing 30 minutes with a child, it's amazing the turnaround that you see and how they feel and how they produce, and the things that their parents say in regards to the changes that they see in them just because they have that time to do something. And usually I have them do something that they have to give away, because for me, that's the amazing part.
They get double good hormones.
Exactly. That is double pleasure. When you give something to someone and you make that person smile, you make that person, and I'll challenge them. I want you to go find that kid that always sits alone. I want you to go find that person that looks like they're about to cry. I want you to say something nice, and I want you to give this to them, because they need to know that someone sees them. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. And so that's my 100% my purpose for that group. I want to share, and I want us to all be therapeutic with each other, and I want us to ask questions and all of those things. But that is my primary goal for that group.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So why did you start, when did you start your YouTube channel? It wasn't very long ago.
It wasn't very long ago. It's been a very short time. And again, it's just, I really enjoy doing it. I feel like I can probably share with someone, give someone a nugget. And I feel like the more crafting and happiness that's out there, you can't have too much of it. So I decided to do that. And then I thought that it would be a good connector because, especially with kind of creating the group, I don't know if they will want to all do the same type of craft each month or whenever. So that will also be a platform that I can show how to create things. And I just like to show the things that I'm making, share with people, help people. Like I said, that's kind of my connection, and it's my happy place. That's one of the things that makes me feel good, is being able to do those kinds of things.
Yeah, it is a happy place. And I wanted to mention earlier at the beginning when you were talking, I didn't want to interrupt. Ronald gave me $5 to get you a Starbucks. So next time you come, I owe you a Starbucks.
Thank you, Ronald. And I love Starbucks.
I did get to meet Keionna. Her family went to Disney World. And we planned this before her trip, the day she was leaving to go back home. We planned a time where we could meet, and we had lunch together here in the Villages. And that was
amazing.
Fun.
Like I want to go live although I don't want to go back down south, I would go back down south to live there. Like it's
in
like
the
a
Villages,
little paradise.
it's fun. Yeah.
Like I've been to different places. We've been to Hawaii, and going to the Villages, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is just a little mini heaven. Like, why would you ever leave?
Yeah, that's, I love it.
So yeah, yeah.
And it
Now
was
my
nice meeting
husband,
your family.
thank you. They all know because, like I said, I know that you words really can't help to describe how much of an impact you've had. In my home, everyone knows Melody because everyone knows the change that came about when Melody came into mom's life. So it's like everyone, like when it's 11 o'clock, they're like, "You're not watching Melody today? Like, what's wrong?" And I'm just and it's very much so, like I said, encouraged, which is also amazing that everyone in my house loves to see me doing what makes me happy.
Yes. And that's so important to do something that, and I didn't, a lot of people have crafted their whole life or scrapbooked,
Hmm.
and I've never scrapbooked. And my whole life, I have loved art supplies.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I loved construction paper. That was the best gift you could give me is construction paper. And I didn't even always use it. And I used to flip through those packs of construction paper. And I just loved having this colored paper that
Yeah. Yeah.
and now when I learned about Cricut, I'm like, looked on YouTube too. That's how I also learned is through
Mhm.
YouTube, and that's how I started. And I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't know people were making these things. I
Hmm.
never, we made cards for Mother's Day as kids in school. I didn't know adults did that. I thought you just go to Hallmark and buy a card. And I
Yeah.
thought, I can make all this stuff out of paper. I felt like a little kid again, and it made me happy. And I had to go to work, but I couldn't wait to get home and craft or make something.
Oh, yes. So someone asked where I was located. So I told you guys I'm a military spouse and I'm a Southern girl, but I have found my way to Northern New York. I am 30 miles from Canada right now, and it is snowing outside on April
Oh,
27th.
wow.
And I'm just like, I don't even understand this. I don't get it. But it's been nice. So we've been here in New York for about 4 months now. And my YouTube is Keionna, the craft therapist, but craft is with a K. So that's my YouTube page. Thank you guys for all the wonderful comments. Y'all are so awesome. I cry easily now. I can't sit here and look at all y'all's comments because then I'll start crying. That's not a cute look on me. So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, Keionna the craft therapist. I will link the channel in the chat too. Um, and you see her little Bitmoji, and she's winking.
I love Bitmoji. That
Me
is like
too.
it's another one of those things that is like, oh yay, I can do that. And I know I'm an adult, but I like it. I really, really like it.
Well, and I think I have a little girl inside me, and
Yes,
she never needs to leave.
she does not because you need
No,
that carefree part of
we
you.
need to have that fun part and that creative. Oh, and I was going to say too, when you were talking about with the kids and crafting, I think crafting is so important for kids because it brings out their imagination,
Yes, yes,
and makes them smarter. Like then
yes,
when they become adults and have a job in the real world, imagination, I think, is the most important thing. Even in a business world, you need to
yes.
have imagination for marketing or doing new things or doing promotions for employees or coworkers or anything. Anything with imagination is really, I mean, you need imagination.
And I try to tell people imagination is critical thinking as adults. You
Yeah.
know, that's all it is. So you don't need to lose it. And it's amazing because you'll have these kids and you can give them a simple instruction. I want you to create this box. Here's what I'm giving you. And to see what they are able to come up with is absolutely amazing. And it's that time that they're not contained to this little box of rules and structure. You have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. And so they love it so much, so much. I mean, even my daughter, she will go on, and I tell people all the time, you can learn how to do the Cricut because my daughter goes on to Melody Lane's page And she does it and she pauses and she does what Melody did. And then she does it and she
Yeah.
pauses
That's the best way to learn.
and she creates her own thing. So it's not something that you can't do. And I tell people all the time, like I used to be a reader and a baker. That was it. Would have told you I didn't have a creative bone in my body, you know? But when you allow yourself to find that little girl again inside of you, so many things are able to come out. I sit down now and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm about to do, but I'm going to play. And then it just comes because it's fun and it's relaxing and it just takes away all the adult problems that we have on a
Yeah.
day-to-day basis.
And somebody just commented that it's also problem solving, your imagination. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
unique. I think my refrigerator's talking. You need imagination, and it does help problem solving. You can't
Yes.
solve a problem without imagination.
If you can't think it through, then
Yeah.
you will never be able to do
And
anything.
kids have the best imagination and they're open to learning and learning. And if you promote them to use their imagination and to create, and don't
Exactly.
always tell them exactly what to do or exactly how to do it, let them create it. Give them some
Yes,
supplies, tell them to make, like make a box or make a card and just do
exactly.
it. Don't give them direct instructions and they might create something amazing you've never seen.
Exactly. It will blow your mind. More than likely, you're going to have kids that are going to create things that because as adults, sometimes we have put ourselves in a box and we don't even think of
Yeah.
some of the things that they can create. And they come up with just amazement. I mean, it
Yeah.
just amazes me, and they love it. Like, and one of the things that I found because the school that I've just recently been working with is kindergarten through third grade. Now, my schools before that have been middle and high school. So, of course, I knew that it would work well with them.
Hmm.
But even with the younger ones, they love it. They will do it. They are able to engage, and some of them need a little more help than others, but still,
Hmm.
when I say crafting is something, whether you are 2 or 102, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because like my grandmother, she's 95 and she goes to an adult daycare. They craft. She
That's
brings home her
awesome.
craft and she enjoys it.
Yeah.
So that's something that's a language that everyone can speak to me.
And it's a good drug to put your kids on
Yes,
because it gives you that hormone and makes them feel good. It
exactly.
also gives them something to do instead
Yes,
of going out and finding friends that are doing the wrong things like
exactly.
drugs and stuff. Now, I said
Exactly.
that's a good drug to put your kids on, and your son walked in the room.
Yeah,
Your son-
yeah.
but really it gives you that feel good feeling,
Hmm.
so to teach your kids to do that and give them that feeling good is so important.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
important for everything in your life, and good vibes come back to you when you feel good and are happy and you get blessed and you can bless others, and it's just a wonderful feeling.
It is. It is awesome. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Although I really would not want to go through what I went through. I look at the end result and I know that I'm in a place that I probably would have never gotten to had I not had to go through a hard time. So
Yes.
for that I'm grateful. Yes, Beth, that is my son. He turned 17 today. I can't believe I have a 17-year-old. Oof.
um Oh, I just lost my question. And if anybody has questions for Keionna, go ahead and ask them. Um,
Yes, Debbie, it really does help with the electronics thing. And like I said, it runs the gamut. Like my 15-year-old, he will make cards, his friends' birthdays, or, he was saying goodbye to friends, or whatever the case may be. They all love to do it. Like it is one of those things that every person um, can do, and it will spark them to want to do it more and more if you provide it to them.
And they can make more than just cards too. They can make really useful things.
Yes.
Yeah, and
So
then they can take it to school and people are like, "You didn't make that." You know, they
yeah.
wouldn't believe it.
Well,
uh
you have my talent. I don't have more talent than you, I promise.
Ronald says you have a great video of a waterfall card and be sure to watch it. It is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to get another video. I was trying to do a boxcar video, and that video ended up being so long. Like my computer was just like, I'm not doing this. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put that one to the side, and I'm gonna do my next video because being new, whew, that can frustrate you. I was just
Yeah,
like,
that happens sometimes. I've had a few videos where they never got published.
yeah, I'm just like, I'm
It,
gonna put that to the side. Like as of
yeah,
today, I've said I'm going to go to the next one because that one has just done me in.
they're really enjoying your projects.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to post all the time because, and not just the things that go well. I think sometimes we forget that we have very new people in the group and they don't get to see the things that we mess up on before we get to that
Yeah,
great project.
and they think that
And so
if they
that
can't
we're
do
just
it
doing it
perfect the first time, they can't do it and they give up. That
exactly.
that's so
So
sad, you guys. Uh you're not going to do it perfect.
no.
I don't
And
do them perfect.
even when you get it done and everybody else thinks that it's perfect, you can still pick out all the imperfections
Oh
of
yeah.
the card or the shirt or the whatever you did. And so I tell people all the time, like it's perfectly imperfect.
And it takes practice. Now I have all these big flowers and those big roses and stuff. Now
Yeah.
I've done a lot of those in live videos. Some of them I didn't. Some of them my assistant did. Some of the ones I have in my house just because I need more flowers and I
Yeah.
didn't have time because I had to do videos and stuff. But not one of the flowers that I have personally made are,
It,
they're all way off center. The center is not in the center, but people see them and are like, "Oh my gosh, those are beautiful." You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. And especially
they're gonna look
when you get
great
it,
and beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, when it's all together. And the biggest thing is that you had fun and that you love what
Yeah.
you came up with.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be perfect. So I tell people all the time, like everything that I do has a mistake, but I'm not going to dwell on that because the overall, I'm proud of what I did, or I'm at least proud of my attempt. And so I like to sometimes show, like, this is how many times I had to do this before I got to where
Yeah.
it was good enough for me. Because I don't like seeing, some of our newcomers like, how did you do that? I'm never going to be able to do that. And it's like, that's so disheartening. Like, yes, you are. You're going to be able to do everything that you want to do, and you have to just do it to where it's enough for you to do. Um, so I wish that more of us could do that so that some of our newcomers can see, like, we probably sit here a little while and throw away a lot of paper, and we forget to turn on the mirror too, and we don't
Oh
figure it out
yeah.
until we try to iron it on.
Like sometimes, oh, gotta recut it.
Mhm.
It just happens. And you don't always see that. So you think when that happens to you, you're the only one and everyone's doing all these perfect projects they see everywhere.
Exactly.
We all make mistakes. And what was I going to say? My mind keeps losing me. I didn't take my caffeine yet. Uh,
I didn't have that today either. I'm proud of myself 2 days in a row.
um, well, I don't know what I was going to say.
So someone said that they liked my reverse canvas. I'm going to show you guys that one.
Oh yeah, you have some projects to show, don't you? Show us
So
some.
this one is
That's beautiful.
this was my first reverse canvas that I did. I'm going to put it, I'm kind of trying to decorate the house. Like I said, we are finally here and settled in. So now it's like, okay, now I can start to make it look like my own. So I did this, and everything came out of Design Space. Even the little jug, I just took it. I think it had like fireflies in it, so I
Mm-hmm.
contoured it out and put what I wanted in there, and then just put some different flowers. And like for example, this vintage rose. Yeah, had to print that out a couple of times because first I couldn't get the sizing right, and then I didn't know how to roll it, and then I didn't like how it was rolling, and so
Yeah,
you
it
have to
takes
do it.
time.
It takes time, and it's still not perfect, but I like the way that it came out overall. So I was happy with it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I got the maker just because, of course, I'm one of those people that I like to have things. I like it. So
Yeah.
the maker came
It's
out.
it's another hobby is collecting craft supplies.
I told my husband that, and he was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "See, doing the crafting and collecting stuff is two different things. So don't judge by what I have."
Yeah.
And because I got the maker. I think it came like the end of May or the very beginning of June, and then by October, I mean the Air 2, and then the maker came out, and so I was like, "Well, I need that." And so he was like, "You need it," and I was like, "Yeah, I need it." So got the maker. Then by Mother's Day, the purple Air 2 had come out, and I was just like, "Oh." So I just need the purple one just because I just want it to sit there. I'm not using it. I want the Air 2 and the purple Easy Press, the one that Joanne
Yeah.
got the exclusive for, but I'm not using it. Not using it, not using it. So he was like, "Oh, okay." So now I'm waiting for a purple maker and a purple Easy Press 2 to come out because I need those two.
And I want to read this comment from Sheila Rogers. She
Uh-huh.
says, Keionna, you just seem to burst out of your shell all of a sudden because I remembered when you first started. Because Keionna was in my Patreon hangout video where we're all in video, kind of like me and Keionna are, but there's 25 other people too. So we're all in video chatting and stuff. And she used to come in there, and she was very new, you know.
So yes, Sheila, I was new and very quiet, and but like I said, this is kind of my element because, like I said, I'm naturally just kind of introverted. I don't make friends really easily unless I'm trying to help someone with something. Then that's kind of when I get into my element, which is why I'm glad I chose my profession, because people are like, "How are you introverted but you're a therapist?" And I'm just like, when I'm helping someone, it's easy, it comes natural. But if you're just trying to get me to talk to someone, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, I'm not shy when it comes to Cricut. Like if somebody asks me a question, oh, I can talk for a long time and tell them how to do it, and I don't feel that shyness. But
Exactly.
if I just walk into a room or meet somebody for the first time, I'm just really shy.
Exactly. So someone is asking to show my
Show your
craft.
craft
Oh,
room.
Jesus. Whew. Okay, y'all. You know I don't have to explain to y'all craft rooms. Y'all understand. Okay, I'm gonna move this around and I'm gonna change my camera around really quick. I think I can do it. Let me see if I can change my video around. Can I do
Lori
that?
says she's introverted and a therapist as well.
Oh, see, yay! Someone understands. I cannot change my video, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. I can change it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys my crafting area for a second.
Oh, look at those markers.
Let's see. As you can see, I have tables stacked on top of each other.
Oh, wow. No, I never thought of that.
A good way to kind of, and they're all my Cricuts that I use, and my brother's Scan and Cut that I use for my stamps. And I use all my Joann's crates for storing most of my paper and stuff. And then that's my pressing table and where I take all my pictures. So that's kind of my little setup for my craft room. And I used to have a lot more of the IKEA things, but now I just I have a drawers that I use for my regular vinyl. And I just have my iron on up there, so it's not so many of them hanging on the walls. But
cool.
Yeah.
And that's a staircase behind you, so you're kind of like in a room that's like just in the middle of the house. That's
so
kind of open.
When we moved, he decided to put me in the middle of the house so that he could see me because he knew where I would be most of the time. And so this area would be our dining room,
Oh, okay.
but we don't do a formal dining room, and we have a very large eat-in kitchen. So that's where our dining table is, and then the kids are usually in the living room. So I'm here in the center of the house, so everyone can see me, even though I'm crafting most of the time.
That's awesome. I'm also in my dining room,
Mhm.
what's supposed to be. And when I lived back in Illinois, I rented a house and I had a dining room there that was empty because I didn't have a big dining room table and I lived alone. And I'm
Mhm.
not having any dinner parties. So I
Yeah.
moved all my craft stuff into the dining room.
Yeah, well, and it's so funny because so before I learned about you, I had a friend a couple of years ago that tried to get me to start scrapbooking. And I had this little carrying case, like just really, really small. And that was the extent of my crafting. Now in 2 years, I just look at what I've amassed and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't imagine people who craft for 20 years. I would I, I'm gonna need a house. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need like everybody to move out, and I'm just gonna need a house. Did you take Mills? I don't know what that
I
is.
think she means the OBS class.
OBS class. Okay. Yes, Sheila. I'm in the classes the majority of the time to try to learn this OBS stuff, and I don't know how Melody does it because this is a lot to learn. Whew.
It took me a while to learn it.
No, I don't have a video for the reverse canvas, but I'm always taking suggestions. It's definitely something that I don't mind doing because it was fun. It was really fun to do, and I'm sure I'm going to make more of them because they were neat to do. Yes, I can
Let's
imagine a
see.
purple maker, Linda. I was so praying that they would have a purple maker for Mother's Day. I just had it all in my mind that that was going to be my Mother's Day gift. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Let's see.
Do you have any other crafts to show us?
I was going to tell you, yeah, so I got the maker and I was like, but I don't sew or anything like that. And I took a sewing class at Joann's. And then from there, kind of after I learned how to wind a bobbin, and kind of watching some of Carol's and Lori's videos, I did make a t-shirt pillow, which I was not a t-shirt pillow, a shirt pillow. I was very proud of this one. So this
Oh,
is I took
wow.
a shirt and made a pillow out of it, and then of course I had to put
Oh,
some
that's awesome.
yeah. I love some of these sayings
I do
that Cricket
too.
has put into access, and I see people a lot of times saying, where can I find this? And I'm like, you got to look at access because they have like everything in there now. I don't hardly ever go to like Etsy or anything like that anymore because they have everything in access now. And I my so April is month of the military child. And so that's just kind of the month that they set aside to kind of show appreciation for military students. And a lot of the schools do a lot of events for military kids. So of course I had to make my daughter a shirt for her. We call them brats, and it's an acronym. So I made her shirt, and I actually, because I hear people say sometimes that like that they don't like doing glitter iron on, or their iron on doesn't stick. I made this shirt last year and she's worn it and worn it. And I mean, I think with the easy press, it makes it a lot better. I remember when I was making shirts with the iron, sometimes it didn't. Um, oh, somebody told me I had to tell about stencils. When I used to do it with my iron, it didn't stick on as well. But with the easy press, I haven't had a shirt where something has come off at all. Um, so I love doing that. Someone said I needed to tell you guys this. So one of the other things that I really, really, really love doing with my Cricut is making stencils. I love taking acetate and making my own stencils for my cards and things like that,
Uh huh.
instead of having to buy them. So this particular stencil, I just went into, there's a cartridge called Music Notes. And so I just took all the music notes and put them on a 6x6 piece of a square and cut them all out, and then cut it out of acetate.
Now, did you attach all those images first?
No. Well, yeah, I did. I did attach them, and then I sliced them out. And so then that's what I used to make the front of this card.
That's
I just
pretty.
used distress inks to do it.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
That's awesome. I'm going to be doing stencils on Tuesday. I'm going to try to use that new stencil font.
And so I started doing it because I remember we were getting a lot of a lot of acetate in our
mystery boxes.
And so, you know, I was like, I love collecting it, but I wanted to use some of it, and I love using stencils. And so I was like, I saw all those geometric shapes that were starting to come out and things like that. And I was like, ooh, I could make my own stencil.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it, and it works, and it's reusable, and you don't have to spend $7 for one because you can make your own.
Yeah.
So it just worked out.
You can make your own stencil. Like,
yes.
It's amazing that you don't have to purchase them.
What kind of, my acetate comes from Cricut. And when I want just a clear acetate, I get the Cricut brand from Joann's, because I haven't been able to see the clear, just the regular acetate on the Cricut website, but Joann's does have it for like $4.
You can also use plastic poster board. Michael's has it. They don't have it all the time, but if you go to their poster board, they have different colors of poster board. At the bottom, they have clear plastic, and it's a big piece for $1.99. You can use a coupon on it, but you can cut that into many smaller pieces too, and cut that.
Awesome. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
So of course I told you guys I have a birthday today. So
that's pretty. That's a cell phone. That's so cool. Yes, and it has like a message.
It's a shaker.
Oh, cool.
So I enjoyed making that one. That was fun.
And that's Cricut paper. I recognize it.
Yes. I said that this year my goal was to use some of the paper because I buy it all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't use it. I don't use it. And I haven't made Mother's Day cards since my mom passed. So this year I decided that I was going to do Mother's Day cards again.
That's beautiful.
That's actually for my mother-in-law. And I like to use my vinyl on my cards because I do use vinyl, but I do more cards than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have lots and lots and lots of vinyl. So I'm just like, I should use it. So
use the vinyl on the cards on anything.
Use my vinyl on the inside of my card to write on the inside of the card, and I think it works out awesome. And then I'm starting on one for my grandmother. That's one I used alcohol inks on that one, and I had Cricut wrote with the glitter pen and cut it all up for me.
Awesome.
Starting on that one, that's what I'm working on right now, making. So that's just some of the things that I like to do. I like to do more paper projects. I thought initially that I was going to, and I do iron on, and I do vinyl, and I do cups and things like that, but I always go back to paper, and sometimes I feel guilty about it, but I'm just like, that's what I love to do.
I love paper.
Just do it.
I love the way it feels and that you can build things. And
yes. And I didn't think that I would like paper piecing when I first started doing it, but I love it. Like, it is so relaxing. And I'm starting to get into coloring. So I'm doing some alcohol marker coloring. Mm-hmm. And recently I got into doing some stamps. So that's something, but I love paper. So I'm like, well, just love paper. I'm just going to put vinyl on my paper because I love making cards. Like, that is my favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Paper makes me happy.
Yes,
that's why I sit in front of it.
But it's hard to use it. I mean, before I use my paper, I'm always looking to see if I have another batch of it, because I don't want to ever use the last of it.
Yeah, lately I've been using my green color there, like that beautiful green there. And this is after I've already rebought. It was getting low, and I'm like, oh, I got to order more green because it's on sale. It was on sale last week and this week. It's on sale, so I had to stock up. And now I'm
Exactly.
thinking, it still doesn't look like I have enough green.
Exactly. So
Because
someone
when it's not on sale, I don't want to buy it.
I know, but Cricut always has great sales. So I just wait till what I want is on sale. Just look and say, okay, that's on sale this week. Let me go ahead and get it. Because it's always going to go on sale eventually. Someone asked, when I do vinyl on paper, what do I use to transfer it? I use Magic Cover. Now, when I'm doing glitter, I do use the Cricut transfer tape. And I do unstick it some, but the Magic Cover does not pick up glitter vinyl. But most times, just because I want a really, really, really low tack, I use Magic Cover, and it comes from the dollar store. I think that's what they use to line your shelves and your cabinets sometimes. So, but it works perfect. It does a great job. To the paper issue. I don't know what that was. I don't know what Kathy is saying. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what I
think
use
she
to
loves
lay
the
it down.
paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love paper. And when Cricut came out at the end of last year with the color scheme paper, oh, I was just in love. I was so happy. So happy.
Yeah,
So
I like
amazing.
that with all the
Different color
colors.
shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's
That's
easy to
good.
stock up and get all colors.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we have any other questions or do you have anything else to show or?
Nope, I think
I
that's
think
about it.
a lot of
I like
people
putting
said
things away.
they subscribed to your channel.
Thank you guys. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't keep a lot of my things. Like I said, I love giving things to people. So whenever I make something, I try to give it away.
Oh, and somebody did ask what is OBS because we're talking about my OBS class.
Okay.
OBS is the software that I use to go live. I'm using OBS so you can see us both on the screen and you can see the chat. And I can switch over like to Design Space or switch over to another camera all through the OBS software. That is free.
Yeah. And it works really well. And it's user friendly. It's kind of like Cricut for making videos.
Yeah. So I just put a link in. That link is for her channel. Her channel. Oh. I'm trying to refresh.
Mel has made me buy everything that Cricut has new. Sheila, she tells you from the beginning she is your crafty enabler, so you have to enter at your own risk.
Here is Design Space. Or not Design Space. This is Keionna's channel. Here's some of her videos. All right, thank you, Keionna, so much.
Thank you. I
For
really
coming
appreciate it.
into
This
the
was fun.
spotlight. And I want to remind all my other Patreon supporters, if you support at $15 or more, we can do a spotlight with you too. So I have a lot of people that, I think they're afraid. But
You guys
it's
should really
fun.
take advantage of it. It's fun. It's not that bad. And you can have other people in, right?
Yes, we can do more than one person at a time. Don't want to do it more than 3 other people, so we have 4. And you don't have to have a YouTube channel to do it. You can show us other things you have. If you have Chocator, you can talk about that, or you can just show projects you did, or just talk and chat and tell us about your experiences with crafting.
Yeah, it's a good way for us to get to know each other, I think. I like it. Now, y'all don't make me do this every month because I'll come on here and talk to y'all every month.
Well, when I first got on your channel, you had 84 subscribers, and now you got 115.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you. That's awesome.
All right, and in the links of the video, in the description of the video, you will see links to her Facebook group and her Instagram. And there's her daughter. Hi, Kai.
Yeah, subscribe. Mom, I'm gonna get a golden play button soon.
Golden. That's for 1 million subscribers. I'd like one of those.
We are just at 100. Oh,
Doesn't mean you can't
see,
get there.
see, I'm
That's
telling
right.
you.
She has a great attitude.
There you go. See, the mind of
Smash
children.
that like button.
That's right.
And tell mommy I should have a YouTube channel too. Yeah.
No, not yet.
Nice.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
everybody.
Thanks so much, Melody.
And we'll see you guys on Tuesday, I think.
Enjoy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.